Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. How's this working? Better? Yeah. I'm using regular internet. Still couldn't, anyway. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Whatever happened to Lalita? I haven't seen her in a while.
She's got some visitors. She has some visitors at the moment, Maharaj.
Oh, visitors.
She's listening.
Oh, she's listening. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yep.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How about Shama Sundari? I haven't heard from her for a while.
She said she's busy, she's working, everything is going really, really well. And
oh, good.
She's just working.
Excellent. Nice. All right, good. Now that we fill Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I don't see you here there, Tuka, so how can you come on live? You got to come up here. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Somebody pass him the link on the chat. Hare Krishna. Matter of fact, I'll give the link here. I'll put it in the private chat and here, and somebody pass it to him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Put the link in the chat, please, somebody. It's easy to do. Just copy paste. Hare Krishna in the Facebook chat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. This is the last thing I'm going to do here. I can't keep focusing back and forth and all the way and still do this program. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, Tuka, you had your chance, man. Now I can't keep back and forth. I got to look and back. I mean, how am I going to chant? I want to stay in this beautiful place. I can't go in and out all the time. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Got to play a little musical chairs here. So Tom, you go down for a little bit, and so we can get a whole deal going here. So I got this up here, Transcendental Knowledge, Chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Personality of Godhead. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god, Vivishwan, and Vivishwan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And then Manu instructed it to Ishvaku. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in the course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science, as it appears, to be lost. This very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme, see, relationship with the Supreme, see, is today told by me to you. See, this is the idea. The spiritual master reveals this, right? You don't get this kind of knowledge. in the world. The teachers never teach you this. Your mother and father never taught you this. Well, maybe Rivers, they taught you about Guru Nanak and stuff. But, you know, it's really, it's a lot of people are not very advanced in this kind of teaching. You know, they're not very clear about this relationship, wouldn't you say? So this is the problem. We're Jiva stands in between. We're a spirit soul, right? We stand in between. It is our nature to be a servant. See, if we serve the Lord's, there's three energies. There's their material energy, there's spiritual energy, and then there's Jiva, that's us. See, if we associate with the material energy, we get bound by its qualities. One is ignorance. We forget who we really are. See, we're really spirit, but we forget that. We think we're body. Our body is spirit. Our spirit is body. See, that kind of thing? Not a very nice place. Okay, so that's the thing. People don't know this relationship. You see what you're hearing here now? Anybody new? This is how it's received. This knowledge was lost, is lost. For most people, is lost. That's why you see why Prabhupada wrote these books, how important it is to have a spiritual master, to learn this science of the relationship with the soul, with God. And not just practice, not people have it in their head. Yeah, the relationship between the spiritual Lord and myself. You know, I just learned the science in my head. Now, how about feeling that relationship? How about feeling related to that Lord? Now, wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be best? Wouldn't that be awesome to feel that relationship? Well, the good news today, this science, as it appeared to be lost even in ISKCON and all these other groups, is now here again revived. The same way, it's always the same thing, right? It's revived again for you guys because you accept this knowledge, because you're my friends. Not only are you my friends, you're my disciples. This is the way you get it. You don't get it. It's why people say, oh, I don't need you. I don't need a guru and all this stuff. But they don't feel this relationship, but you do, don't you? Pretty amazing, huh? Because you follow God's formula. Is this my formula? No, it's God's formula. It's right there. I'm reading the book. That's why Prabhupada told me, it has my approval. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. You do more of this. See? You out there, give that, revive you. You know, I had this relationship for the very beginning with Jesus. And then with the Shiksha Prabhupada's books, it enhanced it. It deepened that relationship to the point where, okay, now you share that with others because a lot of people need it. Most people need it. Almost everybody needs it. ISKCON needs it. It's not, there are people in there. It's not enough just to have it all here. You know, the knowledge of the relationship with the Supreme, and you don't understand it. You don't feel it. You don't feel your intelligence. You don't feel Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You're not getting the deeper understanding. See, because that ecstatic love has not been awakened. You don't even know about it. People don't know the value and the importance. Even you listen to the gurus, they're not teaching this because they can't revive this relationship simply because it's not revived in them. Their soul is not unveiled. Hey, but it's here. Can you tell River's got something going there with the Supreme? Doesn't that look a little bit different than what you see in the world? Yeah. So that's how it is. This science is revealed by guru to disciple. Arrogance and pride is, oh, I don't understand anything, but I'm Guru Dev. What kind of guru is that? But, you know, can you teach? You know, the proof is, that's why, you know, Lord Caitanya said simple things like, oh, yes, is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. That's really pretty easy, isn't it? If you guys are coming here, if people say, Gauri's Sahaja, Sahaja, but he's awakening devotion to Krishna and others,
And the standard is what Lord Caitanya says. Hey, I stick with his standard, not some concocted checklist standard. Oh, this guy is Acharya Dev, and he's guru because we appointed him so. Or we speculate that Prabhupada wanted us to be saviors of the universe, even though we can't do it. And then we create a checklist with all these different qualifications. Other than the pure and simple truth, oh yes, this person is actually related to the Supreme. They understand things nobody else understands practically. And they awaken devotion to Krishna and others. Oh, that's certainly the guru. That's Acharya there, man. That's the real spiritual master. Anybody out there like that? Anybody, hasn't this been a long time coming, 50 years before people can understand the plain and simple truth stated frankly? Can you check this? You can go and check this right in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lord Caitanya said it to the father, is your son your father? And the father said, absolutely. Your mercy was upon him. Your ecstatic love was upon him. And we got ecstatic love through him. Therefore, he is our guru. He is our spiritual master. He is my spiritual father. He fathered ecstatic love in me. See, without it, you can't understand Krishna. You can't even understand what I talk about. That's why these gurus don't come here. That's why I poo-poo them. Oh, what good are you? You don't understand these fabulous classes? Are these not fabulous? I'm asking you guys. Now, why wouldn't I think they're fabulous if you think you're fabulous? Is that false ego to appreciate what you guys are appreciating? I'm also in the audience too, watching the whole thing. I love it, man. I love being used by the Lord to destroy Maya, destroy illusions, so we can free the captives. Isn't that what the book's supposed to be? You're supposed to, Jesus said, oh, look at this. The Lord has made me a representative of this truth in this book. I've been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord to free the captives. What are we doing here? This is called freeing the captives, man. Captive by illusion and by ignorance, by not knowing your actual position, that you're a little toddler with diapers on and thinking you're a big guru. That's what do you call it? Mercy. Lord Caitanya came, he said, whether people ask for it or not, they're going to get this. You see, very much the mood like Carl Schwab. Very much. He's saying, whether you like it or not, you're going to do what we say. Whether you like it or not, you're going to do this. You're going to be like this. Whether you like it or not, we're going to control everything you want to do. Well, the Lord is in the same mood. It takes a thorn to plug it. He said, whether you like it or not, but you're going to love it once you get a wind of it. Otherwise, Carl Schwabs are going to be right up your butthole. He's going to be looking in there. He wants to know what's going on in your butthole. Carl. Mr. Schwab. He's like right out of the movies, man. Krishna, and people believe it. You believe in these guys? They're right out of the science fiction, movies. Can you mean the World Economic? Yes, we're going to you're hackable, man. We're going to control everything. And the people in general, oh, wow, yes, we're little sheeple. Yeah, whatever you want to do, Carl. You want to, whatever, man. We see, the dictators ain't needed. They need the dictated, right? They need somebody to take the dictation. That's how it goes. The game goes. So the Lord says, oh, okay, I'm going to just give everybody bhakti, man. We're going to just dump it on them, man. We're going to dunk it on Carl Schwab, even. Whether they ask for it or not, that's why the Lord created the internet, not for him, but for the Lord's purpose, to dump all this information on the world, whether they ask for it or not. And once they get wind of it, they're going to say, wow, man, this is great. I was against this. I thought Gaurahari's family there was a bunch of sahajas. And actually, wow, what they're giving is the greatest thing on earth. Hey, nobody understands Lord Caitanya, do they? See? These are his kind of qualities. They're the opposite of Karl Schwab. He wants slavery, and the Lord wants freedom for people. It's a win-win, man. The Lord has won, right? His devotees have won. I've won. But I feel like it's so fantastic to see other people win too. It's great, man. They become winners like me. I think it's great. You become, carbon copies of freedom and sovereignty in your own uniqueness. We don't have to make you do exactly what we want you to be exactly, and to comply and to obey, and become basically they want to make robots. What good is a robot in this world? It's crazy, isn't it? They want to make robots. A robot is like that. You program it and it does. They want to make people like that. That is the craziest. That is, talk about psychopathic, man. It's unbelievable. And the world is going that direction. Oh, we need some divine intervention here. We got to do something about this. This is how we do it, man. They created all this by their word. I'm going to destroy it all by this word. I'm going to destroy all these illusions, how stupid these things are. You create all this by all that propaganda out there and all those mass media. Hey, man, we got our mass distribution program here, man. We got Tuka out there with his loudspeaker there, broadcasting all over Gainesville. We'll get a few more of those kind of people out there. We got Lalita Gunga singing the mantra like an angel out there. And we got our branches, man. Our bank branches everywhere, man. They're full of wealth, distributing it everywhere. Tuka knows what I'm talking about. He's empowered. He's our Nakula Brahmachari, little beggar out there going house to house, giving bhakti. Gotta have one or two of those,
Sannyasi.
Yeah, we have all kinds of people coming here. Yeah. Isn't it great? The supreme sign. People, if you just knew this, these simple truths, everybody can go back to Godhead in this life. My Lord is very merciful, and that mercy is here. That mercy is being distributed. Anyone and everyone. Look at Maria. You got even Lord Caitanya following her to the bathroom. Now that's pretty amazing, huh? Could you imagine? How would you like to have God following you into the bathroom? Well, he does anyway, but she's conscious of it. The Lord has given her conscious of that. Maria's our Dukhi, and Lord Chaitanya's gonna make her Sukhi very soon. Yeah. See, I was noticing, I could see why the Lord wants to give her a lot of the first fruits. Their hearts are really right there, she will go without eating too, so her dog can eat. Who would do that? I'm amazed how the people that the Lord sends here, their hearts are like gold, and they're sad because in the world it's a sad place here, isn't it? You all go through that, right? But man, my Lord's going to turn all that sadness into joy forever. This is a sad place. It's so hey, you come here, man, we're going to take away that sadness. The Lord will do it. First thing he does. Yeah. Sorrows. This is a place of sorrows and sadness, man. But not this consciousness, man. It's fantastic. It's amazing. The Lord takes it away. And they enthusiastically serve him and serve the name. Serve the name by making people happy. What a fantastic service that is. Unbelievable. Help people make advancement they can't even make on their own. They can't make you just chanting the holy name out there, or let the people hear the sound vibration. You're enabling them to make advancement that they couldn't make on their own, because they're bounded by the ropes of this illusion, the threefold miseries and the modes of nature got them bound like ropes. See, this is the divine intervention, not just chanting in our heads, but actually from our hearts. You know, liking, just this idea. The truth is, Vrindavan is just friendly relations with God. You know, where you're attached, and you just, when you're chanting in ecstasy and feeling that happiness and everything, that that does so much to purify the atmosphere and the whole world, is not much less your own self. People need to see what real happiness. Real happiness is this relationship with the transcendental Lord. Here, this revived. See, revived today from me to you. See, from Krishna and Krishna's servant to those who are become friends and disciples, or even just well-wishers. You know, like, oh wow, I like what he says. You know, it's like that Muslim that used to go and listen to the Vaishnavas. He wasn't their disciple. He was just a Muslim. Probably ate meat, but he liked the Vaishnavas. His heart was with them. You know, and he would go and listen in great bliss. See, that great bliss means you have a relationship with the Lord. If you don't like what's being said here, that means you don't really like the Lord. You're just putting on a game, a big show. And that's going to be finished at the end of this life. You might as well hear it from me. And then you get a chance not to die and find out the real situation, that you weren't a real guru, a real spiritual leader. Real spiritual leader is as it is, man. Spirit, man. They know what spirit is and transmit that spirit to others. That's a spiritual leader. No, I'm going to pretend all these things and waste everybody's time, because that's basically what it is. You're wasting people's time. They call that false prophets, false acharyas. Does that even sound good to anybody? Does it, you think it makes any difference? Well, I just don't believe they're false, therefore it's going to be true. Does that work either? That's not even logical. No. There's false and then there's real. You come to Krishna. Do you want Krishna? That's the idea, isn't it? Can they guru give you Krishna? Can your spiritual leader give you Krishna, or just make you a sheeple? Just put a mask on you, and not that kind of mask, but the mask is, I'm sorry, I'm going to mask you because I can't ask any good questions. No, for you, you got a mask on. You're still masked. See, people come here, they're able to come to the point of asking questions. Who am I? What am I? What is life really about? Oh yeah, sadhu sangha, man. Yeah, let us associate with the Lord. Let us come to the point of liking the transcendental form of Lord. Let us get to the point of realizing what that form is. Understanding the inconceivable and unknowable one. Wow, by sadhu sangha and being with those who have a relationship with the inconceivable and unattainable one. That is the door. It's always been the door. Yeah, would he go to somebody that doesn't have a relationship with the inconceivable and unattainable one? You can't get in the door. The door ain't there. It's an illusion, one of the many illusions in this world. You gotta know with your own intelligence. We make intelligent people. You gotta look at that leader, that spiritual leader, and say, yeah, man, this person has a relationship with the unattainable and unknowable one. Because I can barely understand how that is, but boy, I see it right before me. I see unusual things, uncommon things, wonders. And I hear knowledge I've never heard from Acharya Dev and Radhanath, and even Narayan Maharaj. Hey, I mean, no, honestly, I'm not to be offensive. No, hey, man. Yeah, not to be offensive, just logic. Yeah, do you hear those kind of things? Go and listen to them. Go listen to Radhanath. Go listen to Acharya Day. Go listen to Jaya Pataka. Go listen to Narayan Raj and just compare. Why not? Man, that's how we learn, right? You compare which one sounds the best, which sound vibration uplifts you. See? That's how Nicodemus figured it out. He said, this Jesus, he's speaking what was spoken before, but now I understand it. I didn't understand it. Just use the intelligent evaluation. And people see the score, he's trying to compete with these guys. He wants to show he's got the best thing. Well, we do, and I want to prove it. Because if you realize the best thing is here because it really is, you're delivered. I want deliverance, man. I don't want to be just the best for my own sake. The Lord has already shown me that. He gives me the right understanding. He gives me the real knowledge. But I ain't satisfied with that. The Lord ain't satisfied. He says, we want everybody to have this knowledge. We want everybody to know what is really real and true. We want everybody to get out of the grip of Carl Schwab. We don't want that guy to have all these little minions and followers to execute his diabolical plan. We want him to slip out of his hands. We got to put grease on them. We got to grease them with this ecstatic love, truth. See, and then Carl will try to grab you and you'll slip right out of his hand. That's what we do. We grease everybody here. Give them grease, man. Then they get really loose, man. Like you ever see these martial artists? They're really loose, and you can't hit them, man. You just can't grab them because they're loose, man. All right. So that very ancient science of the relationship of the Supreme today is told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend. And therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. See, you have to have those two qualifications, otherwise you can't understand. Can you see how that works? Because none of these, see, I keep using this because we want to just, when you want to find a weak spot and you want to get entrance into something, you got to drill into that weak spot, right? See, that weak understanding, that weak conception, you just drill until you penetrate. You ever had a drill? You're drilling through a brick wall or a wood, and then it has to go through that weak, where it's become weakened by the drill. That's what we're doing, drilling. See, you cannot understand the science until you become a friend and a disciple, or at least a well-wisher of a person that is empowered by the transcendental Lord. And that's a fact. That's why you are understanding what these people can't understand. That nobody in ISKCON can understand. That nobody in Gaudiya Samiti can understand. Because they're not well-wishers yet. They're not even friends. And they're definitely not disciples. They think they know more, right? How can you be a disciple and really friendly with somebody who thinks in illusion that they know more than you? See, therefore they can't understand the science. You see how scientific this is? You need the formula, man. The formula is be a disciple and a friend, or at least a well-wisher. We'll make it even easier because Lord Caitanya's mercy. Then you can, that's like 1 and 1 equals 2, the understanding, the real science of Krishna. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. See, I didn't know that. See, if you knew that, you wouldn't be a false acharya. If you knew that, you wouldn't be a follower of false acharya, right? Oh, I see. The formula is I got to find somebody empowered by Krishna with the spiritual potency and become a disciple and friend. And then I can understand the real science of Krishna, who Krishna is, what Krishna is. Because that's the miracle, man. Otherwise, how can you understand who is inconceivable? This is why the devotees don't understand this. They're not a disciple, a friend of a living spiritual master, a real one. Therefore, they stay on the surface. They only know this stuff in name only. Do you think that's really satisfying, just to know things? I just know the names of things. What a superficial life that would be. And most people live that life. How would you like feel these words, man? How would you like taste and relish them? How would you like to glorify them from your heart? Knowing their importance, tasting their importance. Well, that's what we do here. Or are you satisfied just, just saying the big long prayers, Ba 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 taka jaka charya ja ra 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 ra. You ever hear the long prayers in the Vaishnava things? To get to the class, you have to hear this long prayer, at least 45 minutes. At least my disciples, like River, will give long prayers, but they're full of heart. They're full of tears. See, it's a real drama. The drama queens are here. You got to have these kind of transcendental drama queens, man. When they say something, they say it with ecstasy. Like Lalita, when she chants the name of Krishna, she chants it with ecstatic feeling. You could see it. Now, come on, man. Isn't that the way to chant? What do you think, Tuka? Isn't that the way to chant? With the feeling, man. Feelings. I got the feelings. God, I feel you. That's what I want in life, man. I want its name only, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I did my rounds. Tomorrow, next day, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. I did my rounds. Next day, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What is this, Groundhog's Day or something? It's a Groundhog's Day. Do the same old. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Tomorrow, well, what did you do? Yeah, I did my rounds, man, Prabhu. Oh, that's great. What did you feel? Well, no, it's offensive to feel anything. That's what my leaders told me. It's offensive to feel good when you serve Krishna. You know how many times I heard that from these people? And they always have sourpusses. What? You can't be serving Krishna. You're too happy. That's sense gratification. That's sense enjoyment. Yeah, that's right. Spiritual sense enjoyment. Yeah. We got the truth here, man. Pure sense enjoyment, yeah, pure bliss. Soul, awakened soul, that's my job. Soul awakener. Soul stirs. We stir that soul. We got our little spoon, Like witches, they do their little things with the spoon in the big cauldron. Yeah, I have my spoon, I stir the souls. Yeah, stir them to awakening. Don't think I came here to promote peace. I came here to promote a piece of Krishna, so everybody can get a piece of that pie, apple pie. Arjuna said, he played the part of a stupid fool. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivishwan is a senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? Ooh, 24, we're breaking the resistance here. We had the resistance at 20, then it went 22, now we're breaking resistance, 24 people watching. Watch out. Once you break the resistance, then this is like, I learned all this stuff from Bitcoin, because once it breaks the resistance, then it's free flowing, man. Then it's gonna hit, it's gonna go to the moon, baby. That's what they say. Go to the moon, baby. Hey there, we're gonna go to the moon, baby. We gotta break out, man. We're breaking out. You know what that means? You're breaking out, man. People are breaking out. They're breaking through, man. They're seeing through the illusion. Gohar, he's so crazy, man. So crazy to do the impossible, to try to attempt to do the impossible, that we caused a breakout. Well, I got backing, man. I got Prabhupada, man. I got the Parampara, man. I got Lord Caitanya. I got Radha and Krishna. What else do you need to make a breakout, man? The force of that. It's powerful. Oh, yeah, what is this? Gotta log in to get the chat. Huh. It's not working. Well, I can't see the chat, sorry. I don't know, it did something here. Okay. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? So isn't that amazing? The Lord instructs the science in that way, personally, and then he does it in the future through his surrendered devotees. And then you get the same science. See, so the Lord, because he's always existing, right? The same Lord. So he re-instructs it because people need to know this supreme science. Yeah. See, if people knew how easy it could be, wouldn't you like to do a path where all you had to do, let's see, all I have to do, I see they teach in these Vaishnava paths, you got to be superstar. You got to follow the rules real good, real well, right? Real perfectly. You got to chant so many rounds real perfectly. You got to follow all these ceremonies real perfectly. Then you'll attain Krishna. Is that really the way? How come people don't see what's right there in the book? Wouldn't it be a lot easier? Anybody got lazy intelligence out there? Is there any lazy persons out there? I'm speaking to you. The lazy persons like me. I'm a lazy person. What's the easy way? What is the easy way? Like the sages ask, give us an easy way, man. You're empowered by the Lord. Only those empowered by Krishna can give you the easy way, the path of ease. They make it easy for you. Anybody out there a little bit lazy, man? You know, want to get to Krishna easily, more or less effortlessly? Well, I'm speaking to you out there. Just understand this verse, which you can only understand if you come and listen attentively. Yeah, I won't even. We'll just take the thing that disciple and friend that may come later, just from your heart. Let's put it. Kind of listen 10 to 30 days, or even a week, maybe, or one class. Become a disciple and a friend of an empowered devotee, empowered by the transcendental Lord, and they have uncommon symptoms. Oh, there's the easy way. And then you can understand this transcendental science, because that's the whole thing. It's just relishing it like the Lord does. Relishing truth, man. Yeah, it's just so relishable. These verses are so truthful, so relishable, because Krishna says it's almost like you're chewing him when you taste these verses, when you speak these verses. Is our internet kind of messing up a little bit? Let me know if it does, because then I'm going to switch to the other internet. I figured out how I can do this here. It's okay. Yeah, look on the chats too, because I can't see it. Maybe I could see it here. Yeah, let's see here. You can probably see it here. Yeah, look, I'll keep it on the computer. I'll look here. Okay, I can see it here. Okay. Yeah, so the easy way. See, the easy ways follow the formula. Why do they teach Vaidhi Bhakti and all these rules and regulations and everything? Because people won't believe this. They won't understand this until a certain point. They got to kind of get frustrated often. They think they can attain God on their own merit and their own strength, when you actually attain it by the mercy of Krishna and Guru. See, the simultaneous arising of the devotee, the acharya, and Krishna. Remember, Prabhupada said, and Bhaktisiddhanta said, oh, at the proper time, the Lord will raise up, Krishna will raise up the acharya. Isn't that amazing? You know, Moses said the same thing. At a certain point, the Lord will raise up a prophet like me. You see how it's always the same thing. The acharya is self-effulgent. There is no doubt for those who are really looking for God. And those who are really intelligent, well, let me give some time. Let me really listen. Because I really, this person is saying so many boasts. Aren't we boasting? Oh, yeah. All you have to do is just come here and listen to this katha and become a friend and maybe a well-wisher at least. And you'll understand this supreme science. You'll love it, man. You'll start loving these words. You'll see that these words will keep you happy all the time in the world. You'll give up all that speculation that's kept you in this world, kept you down, man, kept you bowing down to Maya. Now you bow down to the true Krishna from your heart and are delivered forever. And you just do this forever. Why not? It's the best deal. Otherwise, you're going to be bowing down to the Karl Schwab illusion or the politician illusion, the government. Inferior, it's all inferior. It's the inferior energy. They channel, they serve the inferior energy. You're going to serve those who serve the inferior energy. Wouldn't it be better to serve? See, I'm sorry, you're going to have to serve. This is service, serving the superior energy. There's freedom in that. See, the guru is serving somebody's got to represent this superior energy. You can't do it on your own. You're not even in touch with it. Just like these Karl Schwabs and the politicians, they're serving the material, inferior energy, and people listen, right? They bow down to it. They respect it. They honor it. Sometimes even worship it, like in China. Why? Because inside we're naturally devotees, either of the material energy or the spiritual. You might as well get the spiritual energy because freedom is in that. In real knowledge is into that. That real understanding like you're hearing here is in that. Look, I take these simple verses and unfold them and I see all these amazing truths in them. They just uncover the path of pure devotional service. How easily to attain Vrindavan. What is better than that? What is better than easily attaining freedom from birth, death, old age, and disease? And I don't even speak about that because that's chunk change. That just comes along with the territory of loving God, loving Krishna, tasting these verses, tasting this name is loving God. It'll take the dookiness right out of you. You watch. Anybody that's dookie here, they'll eventually or quickly become shuki. They become happy. You should have seen River's sadness. Look at her face now. She's happy a lot of the time now. She found the secret to happiness. See? Just loving the words of God. See? The words of God are with his real devotees. It's pretty simple. In the beginning was the Word was with God. The Word is the devotee. I consider myself one with the Word. The Word is my life. The name Hare Krishna is my life and soul. See? You got to find somebody like that. The Word made flesh in this world. And you definitely hear a vibration from that mouth. A sound of music to the soul. We're soul winners. We're going to take you we're going to make you slip. We're going to grease you up and you slip out of Karl Schwab's hand. Man. You can't. There's that little, we want to track that person. Can he slip it?
Just go.
He slipped away. He slipped out of our sight. A moment feels like 12 years or more in separation. From Srila Gaura Haridas. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Loud chanting is bhakti. Gaur Nitai,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Nitai Garanga.
Hare Ram Hare Ram.
Nityananda, 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 Nityananda.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namaha Nityanandaya. 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 Om Namaha Nityanandaya.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
And in a child.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Gaur Haridas ki Jai.
Haridas ki Jai.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Oim.
What was that?
Oim. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Om. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram.
Hare Rama.
Free the alligator. Somebody's telling you to free the alligator.
No, I'm holding it captive. It's a reptilian. It's an asura. It's a shape-shifting demon.
Yeah, they might bite you.
I'm still being purified of demigod mode, fighting the demons, holding them captive in my imagination. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Still no one has told me the name of the crocodile who fought the elephant. I think the elephant's name was Kuvaleshaya or Gadindra or something.
Gajendra. The elephant was Gajendra.
So who's the crocodile?
Kruna said it doesn't have a name, but that's what he said. But it may be wrong. But it may be wrong. I don't know.
I think he's wrong.
Is Madhu there? Madhu might know. Or Freddie or Johan.
But Asur is a good name. It's just not a good transcendental sound vibration.
Asur. I don't know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare. So Aman's put a quote on Maharaj, or actually he's saying Maharaj's preaching is giving the highest truth as per Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Verse 2. Mahaprabhu revealed the welfare system of the Srimad Vijam, Vastyam, Astra, Vistyu, I don't know all the Tapa. The highest truth is really is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. It's true.
It is true. A truth.
You can only know this truth if you come here and experience it. Other than that, you will still stay in material illusion. You'll still
be on the intellectual platform.
Yeah, you won't be able
not
to.
Not knowing the difference between the real thing and the intellectual platform.
So you have to experience it to really know it. And then you have to keep experiencing it to really be able to stay on that platform of spirit. And those gurus, they're not on that platform. They haven't been through the purification of clearing out. So they're still covered by the material consciousness quite a lot. And they cannot receive the Lord being in that position. And they cannot, that's why you cannot do it by yourself, because you need the bona fide spiritual master to extinguish all of those illusions and attachments. You need that. And so once you go through all of those, all that clearing of our attachments, and they're different for all of us, then you're becoming more into spirit. You're becoming who you really are again. You're becoming that, and then you can meet the Lord much, much deeper and deeper. You can meet him much deeper because the Lord is spirit. We are spirit. You know.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do we already have a spiritual body, or do we build a spiritual body with our spiritual actions? Or whatever.
We have a spiritual body already. It is covered. It is completely covered. So
whether I like it or not, I'm either a Gopa or a Gopi or a Mother Yashoda, right?
I don't understand those kind of things, really.
That's what I mean. It's like, do we have a choice and we choose what we want to be, or are we already that and we just have to uncover it?
I'm not sure. Yes and no. We have many spiritual incarnations in the spiritual world. We don't just have one.
Yeah, so, right.
We are a certain way. We're a certain way, and we have to come to realize that. And it's only our material selves that sees somebody else and wants to be that way. That material person over there, I want to be like them, and I want to be like them. But our real true selves, which is part and parcel of Krishna, is beautiful. It makes us feel great to be who we really are. Who we've come down here, I don't know. You have to ask Maharaj this one. In our incarnations, because it says in the books that we have many incarnations, and this is what Kruna has told me. And I haven't read all of those books.
Like we can have a spiritual body on Lord Chaitanya's planet and in Goloka Vrindavan.
Maybe
at the same time.
So. I think so.
And another
maybe.
question.
I'm not sure.
It seems that Srila Gaura Hari Das said one time that we were in Krishna's Leela and we fell, as opposed to what I had come to believe, which is that, like Narayan Maharaj had explained, we come from an intermediary place, a middle place. And so we were just like unevolved sparks of Krishna, and we either fall down or we go up. And so we fell down, and we were not like playing with Krishna and fell. We come from like a middle place of some sort, like he called it like an intermediary place or something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand, but I don't know.
Right. Okay. Not that it matters.
Because that is a theory, and I'm not sure about that. So
Right.
the best person to, I mean, it's a great question, actually. The best person to ask is Maharaj
Right.
on that one. You know, these are really kind of deep questions, and there are many theories to how we have come here. You know, we've fallen, the theory that you just said right now. I don't know. And I'm going to stay with Prabhupada, really. Unless I come in the sense that Prabhupada...
ISKCON concludes that Prabhupada said that we were in Krishna's Leela, and we glanced at the material creation, became tempted, and basically rebelled against Krishna and came here to forget about him.
Well, when we come here, we are in a position of forgetting about him. We have to just remember him again. All of those theories, you know, Prabhupada said that. There's many theories on why we've come here. I don't know about that. I think maybe all of them could be true, because
Prabhupada says, for some reason or another, we find ourselves here.
Yeah, so there you go. Many reasons. But he did say, don't bother about these things.
Right.
Don't bother about this kind of stuff. Just find the spiritual master and surrender to the spiritual master, which is what we all really need to. These things are really, really interesting, and I do understand. But so I'll wait till Maharaj maybe speaks about them. Karuna's read a lot of the books. He's read a lot of the books, and he knows a lot of this.
Oh, he can read?
Karuna?
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't read, because he read when he was with his last guru. He read for 7 years. He read and read and read and read. Not live on camera, but he did do a lot of reading. And also, he made so many great videos. If you watch his videos from that time, they're really, really, really great. Quite humble, actually, as well. But Karuna's going through clearing right now. And there you go. Deep clearing.
Karuna, the naughty Avadut.
Well, Ocean of Mercy,
Very
actually.
naughty. Naughty little leprechaun.
Stop it.
Love him. I love Karuna. He's my brother. Brother from another mother.
He's adorable. And when he's going through clearing, sometimes he's even more adorable. But we all act out. I acted out. He's there, naughty Avadu. He's listening to you.
And I think of your accent with the word naughty.
Naughty.
We don't say naughty very much in America.
What's the equivalent of naughty then?
Rambunctious.
What? I've never heard that. So yeah, I was saying about people who want to go to Krishna by themselves. You're not able to do that because you're not going to go through the clearing process. You're not going to clear out all of those things that you have. Only the spiritual master can do that. Really. If you try and do that yourself, you're not able to extinguish those attachments. Maybe a little bit, and maybe temporarily, but they will come back. And so you need to have Guru Tattva to be able to remove those attachments and get closer to Krishna. You know, because the attachments keep us in the material consciousness. We need to extinguish them so we can rise out, you know, and meet Krishna in spirit more and more and more and more. And the great thing about Lord Caitanya is he has given us himself while we have been clearing out, you know, given him himself, you know, while we have been clearing out, great rewards to keep us on this path. Absolutely amazing. And it's really strange because somebody like Meena, who's had so many realizations and experiences, spiritual experiences, and then left the guru's side. Wow. Wow. But she comes back. She comes back. And everything I got from Meena because of Srila Gaura Haridas. You know, she was listening to Maharaj when I was listening to her. It was great. It was really great. So people, devotees will come back, and they just need to make their own choice of returning, and something will do that. Something will push them back here. It always happens like that. Did you understand that, Tuka?
Yes.
So
Fucking damn it.
what's
Oops, sorry. Am I still? I thought I went off camera. Am I still on? I don't see anything.
You're still on, but you're frozen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Am I here?
You're here. I can hear you clearly, but you're not. You're frozen.
Oh,
Hare
well.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. We could just read some of these comments. So Dean is saying, Shila Gora Hari, that's God force McDonald's. Dean. Back to Tom. Let's chant for him coming back. We're chanting by speaking truth. Androma, just seeing your glasses.
Everything's getting really abstract now.
Let me saying, replying to back to Tom. I don't know what that says. I'm not sure what that. I don't know. It's in Dutch. Hare Krishna. Okay, we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Marriage is watching us. Back to Tom. He's watching what we're doing. He's not gone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Freddie is saying, the jivas emanate out of the body of Mahavishnu. Some of them go directly to Vrindavan, some of them to Vaikuntha, and some get attracted to the material energy because of being marginal. This attraction covers the soul with a subtle and gross body, and thus gets entangled in the cycle of birth and death. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I didn't know that. Thank you, Freddie. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Do you want me to read? Somebody give me something to read. That'll be great. Put a title on for me and I'll read it. I have got the actually anything. Well, of the Caitanya Leelas or the Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll wait until somebody puts a title for me. Doesn't know, or I'll choose one myself. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But I'd rather you guys do it. I can read from. I have the cantos up here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What's that? Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, I have got Canto 1, the creation. Questions by the sages, chapter 1. Excuse me. Questions by the sages. All glories to Shila Gaurahari, our bona fide spiritual master. All glories to your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj. All glories to Shila. All glories to His grace. All glories to all the previous Acharya spiritual master. Our real Vaishnavas. All glories to the 6 Goswamis. All glories to Sri Caitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Sri and all the Lord's intimate devotees. All glories to the personification of pure devotion, Shrimati Radharani. All glories to your lotus feet. All glories to the King of Raj, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, the cause of all causes. All glories to your lotus feet. All glories to the intimate devotees and devotees of this in the Sangha of Srila Bhaktivedanta Gora Haridas. Jaya Jaya Shri Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri. Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. Jai Shila Gora Haridas. Question by the sages, text 1. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vasudev, all-pervading personality of God, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna. And this is the greatest meditation. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation. The Lord, the cause of all causes, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestation. And he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he who first imparted Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusionary representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the 3 modes of nature appear fractal, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusionary representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. For he is the absolute truth. What greater things to meditate on? There is nothing greater than to meditate on the absolute truth from Srila Gaurahari that's emanating into our hearts while we listen here. I mean, I couldn't listen attentively, and I didn't practice. I just came here and listened and listened and listened. And now, because of my clearing, simultaneous clearing and receiving the Lord, I am more attentive as the seed of devotion is growing and growing and growing because of it being ignited all the time, again and again, by the fan of Srila Gaurahari Das. It's the word of truth. He speaks every single day. And so I can speak about this verse actually. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So Lord Krishna is everywhere. He is the cause of all causes. There's no cause beyond him. He has caused everything to happen. You know, he is all pervading everywhere, legs, arms, everything, everywhere. He gives us everything at every single moment. We constantly offer our respectful obeisances to the Lord because at every moment, and I don't do that at every moment, but I do it so much more than before. And it's because it's growing naturally. And it's because I'm coming here to meditate on absolute truth, that Krishna himself, who is the primeval causer of all causes, he's caused everything to just happen and created everything. He creates us, sustains us, and destroys all of our material universes, or shall I say now, coming closer to each individual is destroying all of our attachments through Srila Gaurahari Das, and now him inside the heart, and also in the hearts of all the devotees in the Sangha through that as well. So collective destruction of our material attachments. And even though Krishna has put the modes, the law of the modes of nature here, and he's not actually part of that anywhere. He is here indirectly, and he is here directly as well through now the devotees. He is here directly now through the devotees as well now. And he is, where is he saying? And he has caused all of this to happen. This is all coming from him. He is independent of everything that is happening here. You know, there is no other causes but beyond what he has created, you know, and there is nothing beyond him. It was him who first imparted this knowledge, this Vedic knowledge, this absolute truth to the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being, Hare Krishna. And because even the sages and the demigods, they don't know exactly what is happening here right now, because they too are still in illusion. They are still too in illusion, and they all have to return to the earth and also find the bona fide spiritual master and hear from the bona fide spiritual master, so they too can understand that they are spirit, and leave the material behind, and understand that they are spirit. Spirit is pure, you know, the spirit is pure, and all the coverings upon the spirit are what cause all illusions for us. So we need the spiritual master to remove all of those coverings that we have, temporary coverings that we have, and we can have a deeper relationship with Krishna. And you can see with Lalita how she went through such a deep, even though we didn't see it, she went through this deep purification with Maharaj as a guru, and now look at Lalita in this deep relationship with Krishna that is so attractive. Her words are so attractive and so poetic, and you can feel that she's been through this clearing and has this really amazing deep relationship with the Lord, and it's so the way to go. And I follow that, you know, obviously following the devotees, but my gosh, you can see that she has been cleared out of all of these illusions that stop us getting closer to Krishna. Okay, I'm not gonna do the Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And with us all being here, we all live the temporary not so much us lot so much anymore, but we live through the modes of nature, be it goodness, passion or ignorance, to a different degree. And everybody's living like that to a different degree, and the world is run like that on however, you know, the mode wherever the modes are. And here now with Maharaj being here, so being spirit and bringing spirit here, the Lord through here, giving that to all of us and clearing us out, and the Lord now coming through all of us. Can you see how the Lord is coming through now to, is going to is drowning out the material illusion more and more and more and more and more. It might only be like 24 people today Maharaj was talking about. It might not be that, might only be that, but that is just it's like Maharaj said, you know, when you're drilling something, you know, we have these devotees and we're coming to class and you're drilling something and you're drilling and it's harder to drill through, but once you get through, it's just so easier. You know, we are getting through so much through our clearings all the time now. If we talk about them or not, I'm sure that you realize yourselves of going through different clearings and this process that Lord Caitanya showed us of purification of the material, because he is spirit and he wants to be in spirit, in spirit, and also receive and understand devotional service as Radharani did as well. Okay, so Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So it's an illusion. One illusion has come out of many illusions come out of the illusion. And once you can get rid of the main illusion, which is to understand what is it? Ammon wrote it down. To understand the illusion before anything else will give you everything else. I don't know if you I haven't said that very well because I'm trying to remember, but I won't remember. It will come to me. It will come to me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And Lord Krishna, you know, whilst he's created this, he's always in his abode, in his transcendental abode in Vaikuntha, and everywhere else at the same time. And which is free, which is forever free. So he is you know, Maharaj is there we go, which is forever free from the illusionary representation of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. And people are going to try and do this, you know, by themselves, you know, to meditate on Krishna and that he is absolute truth. But people who meditate on this by themselves, they don't actually know that who Krishna is. They don't actually know his transcendental potency. They can't tell the difference. They can't make the distinctions of the transcendental potency. They can't see the illusion because they're actually in the illusion. They need the spiritual master to show them that they are in the illusion, and whilst in the illusion, they are bound by all of the temporary addictions that we get, bound by people or food or alcohol. We get bound by that, and we need somebody to tell us that we are bound by that, and we need somebody to keep telling us again and again and again and again that we are bound by that, because we don't come out of it. We are still in it. We need to hear this again and again and again, and hearing it from Srila Gaura Haridas because of who he is. No ordinary man, you know, because ordinary man, you know, are materially illusioned. Maharaj is no ordinary man. He is in spirit. And actually him saying today or yesterday in class, I'm remembering who I was. Wow, those words, I am meditating on those words from the moment he said it, because to remember who we are and to really know who we are, which is happening already, but boom, you know, it's happening faster and faster and faster and faster as we are clearing out, and then we can just live from there. We can just live from that position, that platform with Maharaj, with the spiritual master, and anyone who wants to get on board to this path can just get on board, because they've been doing all the other paths. They've been following all of these other paths. I can't actually see you and myself actually at the moment. They are actually following many, many, many other paths, and when they are fed up of following those paths, because they're not bringing those fruits that they know they want, they need to just step onto this path, which is a very clear path now, which is full of the potency of spirit, the Lord himself now. The words are full of the Lord. And we just keep meditating on that. We don't need to just sit down and meditate. It doesn't change us. We're just spending that time trying to still our minds without anything else. Because we say this is the way to meditate. No, it's not actually. The way to meditate is to come here. The Lord has made it so simple for us. You know, even for the yogis can't. It's even difficult for yogis. And but the Lord has made it so simple for us right now, right here, that anybody can come now. Everybody can come. Let me just do this because I've gone. There you go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. So there's Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. We'll read the next verse. Has anybody asked any questions? Hare Krishna. Maharaj, what there he is. Told you Maharaj is watching. Keep going. Mary saying, Gora Hari, that's just wrote. River, oh yes, there you go. Okay. Haribo Yogesh. Okay, so verse 2. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavata Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. So completely rejecting all of those things that we have been doing for a while now. We have been attached to, completely rejecting them more and more and more. We do it in our own pace as much as we can. But being here with Maharaj, he holds us to be able to let go of all of those things which are material motivated within us. And hearing this truth, you know, there is no truth beyond this truth. And the only way I have been able to understand this truth is by hearing from Maharaj, having all the attachments cleared out, all of those material emotions covering my heart, making my heart hard and hard, and being here with Maharaj and hearing him, hearing the word of God, hearing deep truth from Maharaj, sometimes which is hard to take. My heart has been cleared out, all the attachments around it, keeping it caged, those chains around your heart, keeping it caged and hard, have been coming off, have been broken off, burnt off, whatever you want to call it. And I've been able to understand what Maharaj is saying because I've been coming every day. So I'm understanding in spirit and truth because I am coming from spirit more and more, coming from that platform of who we really are, and understanding the Lord closer and closer and closer. Okay, the highest truth is reality. There we go. The highest truth is reality, distinguished from the illusion, for the welfare of all, And this is the only welfare that we need. You know, we need to understand that we are all in illusion. We have all been in illusion. We are all playing with illusion. We are all being destroyed by illusion. We are being hurt by illusion. We need to understand the highest reality, which is the Lord, which is we are spirit, which we are part and parcel of the Lord. We are here to serve the Lord's devotees. We need to really, truly understand that. We need to understand that fine line of material emotions to the Lord's emotions. You know, when we see these gurus who say to us, why are you crying, and don't do that, and don't do that, it's because they're material emotions. And what they're doing by saying that, actually, in what Maharaj is doing, Maharaj's emotions are the Lord's emotions. Those other emotions that they see all the time as material emotions, you know, they come from living in the material illusion. You know, they are very, very disturbing. You know, you might have seen my earlier videos of my material emotions coming out. You know, they're very, very disturbing. They're very trouble. They can be very troublesome for others. You know, but what they did was show others of their own material illusions as well. And just talking about the highest truth is reality distinguished from the illusion for the welfare of everyone, everyone right here, right now. This is what we all need. This is the only welfare that we all need, because the Lord gives us everything in the first place, in the first place. And what has happened, this truth, such truth uproots the threefold miseries, passion, ignorance, and goodness. Having this truth has drowned out all of that material way of living, has also uprooted me from all of those miseries that because I was in illusion, thinking I'm this body, thinking I am these material emotions, thinking I am all of those. Listening to the Maharaj Srila Gaura Haridas, who has helped me completely understand reality, distinguished from the illusion, because of hearing the word of God again and again and again and again. That's the only way it's been able to manifest, and uplift me from the threefold miseries. Sometimes I went back down, back into them, and then keep hearing Maharaj's message, the word of God, again and again, uproot you from these miseries. You can see my whole journey if you want to. If you want the proof of coming from material, the illusion, and being in those miseries, to being uplifted, to transcending many of those miseries, and hearing truth clearly, receiving truth clearly, wanted to receive truth more and more. The message of this welfare that everybody needs. We need to hold up that the welfare, this is the real welfare that everybody needs, because everybody is in misery, is in some illusion, because they cannot understand reality distinguished from the illusion. And we need to know that once we really know that, we can begin living, from who we really are. Okay, this beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva, in his maturity, I say that again, in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scriptures? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within the heart. Absolutely. And so Vasudeva wrote these books in his maturity, and and he's written these books so we can realize the God. We can only do that. We can only have God realizations if and when we decide to gradually surrender to the living Bhagavad, the living spiritual master, who is here right now propagating this movement of Lord Caitanya again and again and again and again and again. With these Caitanya Leelas, the most recent incarnation of the Lord, the most merciful incarnation of the Lord, reading these Leelas of Lord Caitanya, understanding Lord Chaitanya's message for this time, for this period of this Kali Yuga that we find ourselves in right now. We understand this message. And what was I reading? We don't really need to read the other scriptures. We did touch on it with these questions that we have, that Prabhupada even told us, they're quite interesting questions, and of how we got here. I want to know. I want to stay on the path of how we're going to leave here, how we're going to transcend out of here. I don't want to really entertain my mind to that extent, really. I want to feed the Lord in the heart, because that's going to give me more than anything. Prabhupada even said, don't read the other scriptures, just stay, really with the Chaitanya Leelas, Srimad Bhagavatam, the Gita, these books that most people know of, these books. And to Maharaj is really, really explaining them really, really, really deeply. And because I have been hearing Maharaj, and I said earlier, because I've been cleared out, and I can hear more attentively, and I am more submissive because of hearing the Bhagavatam from the living Bhagavad. Remember the living Bhagavad with the Bhagavad books, and the Lord, the Supreme Personality, is established in the heart. Because I've been hearing now, the Lord is established in my heart, in the hearts of the devotees, much stronger, growing and growing because of hearing, receiving spirit to spirit. And the Lord is there now. That is my culture. That is our culture. The knowledge of the Supreme Lord being established in the heart, really, truly, because of the one Guru speaking the word of God in spirit and truth from the beginning, in spirit of truth. And I know that from watching my previous videos from 2018, I received mercy from Srila Gaura Haridas. So anyone who comes in contact, and I didn't know this really properly, anyone who comes in contact with Maharaj, however little or big it is, receives the mercy of the Lord, because that is Maharaj. That is why he is the king, the true representative of the Lord right here, right now. He is the king who is the wealthiest than anyone else here, because he is doing his job. He is looking after his devotees. And they call them subjects in this. We're called subjects of the Queen in this country. She doesn't do anything to help us. But Srila Gaura Haridas is just fulfilling his role that he was ordered to play out as the real Raganuga teacher, the real living Bhagavad, the real spiritual master, the real true Acharya that is alive right now, giving the life from the Lord to us, giving us real life from the Lord to us. And on that, I'm going to stop. I'm going to, Maharaj, come back. Let's chant. Anybody? Freddie's going to say something. There you go. Freddie is saying, the covering of the soul is as mystical as the uncoverings, because the Lord's energies work in an unconceivable way. Hare Krishna. And Freddie is saying, hearing from a liberated person is the key to our own liberation. Transcendental sound vibrations come only from the Lord's pure devotees. And it has to be like that. It's the only way. And it's the only way. This process is so precise. And so be it. The Lord came and gave us this process himself. And we are just following this. Maharaj was following this process, and now he's giving it. He is the one that is holding all of us, so we can follow this. We can follow this process, And the Lord is pure. Maharaj is so pure. He can't. Maharaj doesn't want to now really deal with many other issues that we have between ourselves in material things. Keeping Maharaj pure. In a pure state, in that state, Maharaj is just lifted and able to do these classes every single day, several times a day, and we are just hearing that purity. We are just hearing the word of God from the living Bhagavad, representing the Lord in his whole glory, in his whole true self, pure as ever, pure to pure. Yeah, they say that Viklera is pure to pure. Only the pure devotees, with the devotees with a pure heart can understand this message. And it's true, the coverings, like Freddie just said, they're so disguised. They're disguised in so many ways. We can't see them. We can't know them. They're so rooted. And it's been like that for such a long time. We cannot realize them. But with Srila Gaura Haridas, we can realize, we can understand, we can realize who we are. We can realize our relationship and with the Guru. We can realize our relationship with the Lord in the heart and understand that, because we're living that relationship truly every day. Forget about all of our other experiences. They can tell us so much, but this experience now in the heart of the Lord here in Srila Gaura Haridas's Sangha, this is the greatest experiences that we will ever experience. And I can say this again and again because of all the spiritual experiences I've been having and now understanding spirit. And on that, can I go now, Maharaj? Somebody needs to come up here with me. Okay, the next one, text 3. Oh, expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literature. It emanates from the lips of Sri Sukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated soul. So yeah, going back to what Tucker said, yeah, I think, yes, we are already. We're just covered. So covered. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Maharaj is so expert and so thoughtful, so caring, so so in truth and spirit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And giving out making mature fruits now. And oh, here we go. I can read some more from. So Freddie is saying, let's go back to this. Freddie is saying, I can read it this way. Tucker, Freddie, mercy is getting what we don't deserve in Kala Yuga. Everyone is most undeserving and thus dependent on that inconceivable mercy through the mission of Lord Caitanya. Tucker, I find myself a little bit stumped lately trying to explain to people the notion of a pure devotee, because the thought pops up, pure devotees may have impurities. He or she may drink coffee or have sex occasionally, yet it is pure devotee. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I find, and I still have impurities, that the more we let go of our impurities by hearing and hearing and hearing, the more the Lord is situated in our hearts. The easier it is to speak to others. Actually, the easier it is to speak to others about the pure devotee, and really speaking to others. We need to just see where they are, and see what the Lord does in that moment. I don't know what it will be, but I understand that the more I have been cleared out, the easier it is to speak to others about this path, about Srila Gaura Haridas. We met a devotee walking yesterday in the park, and she goes to these temples, and she's into Krishna in a Hindu way, but we were able to speak to her about Maharaj and what he's done for me and for us, and or a little bit, and she took a card. She said she should check Maharaj out, and it is easier once we clear out more and more and more. It's easier to speak to others. But yes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But we do, it's Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Drinking coffee, having all of these things. Well, we have Lalita. We have sex, and with our husbands, and we've still been given ecstasy, and we drink things. I have to eat fish because of my health, because of there's so many things I can't eat. I've still been given ecstasy. There's all of these things that many of the devotees have, but they have still been given ecstasy, and that is why we need to embrace, we need to embrace Lord Caitanya. We need to embrace his message. We need to embrace what he was telling us through Srila Gaura Haridas, because Lord Caitanya is the most merciful. Whatever we are doing, it is Kala Yuga, and it is really, really, really hard, really, really difficult. Really, really difficult, and the Lord has given us the easiest way out, the most difficult time to the easiest way out. And he's shown us his himself. He's come here himself in Kala Yuga and shown us the easiest way out. And it's only coverings. It's only coverings. People think we need to stop doing loads of things. It's the other way around now. We come here and listen to Maharaj, listen to a word of absolute truth, and the living Bhagavad with the books, and we get cleared out. And all of those things that you're talking about there, we leave them naturally or not. Things we let go of, the things that we really need to let go of, they are let go of. They are let go of. unbound. They are extinguished by the bona fide spiritual master naturally. We don't have to pretend to do it. They naturally happen. I thought I'd stop doing things, certain things in my life, and they've all come back. They've just come back to now to tell me that I really need to learn from them, because without them actually leaving naturally, because of the listening to the bona fide spiritual master, the word of truth, because of that, otherwise they won't go. You'll be just hiding them, and they'll just come back to bite you. And this is what the gurus are doing. They're pretending to have renounced all of these things, and then behind closed doors they're doing lots of horrific things, and then wanting to represent God on the other side of that. Here, if they come here and listen, to Srila Gaura Haridas, and they actually see that he is the guru, their Shiksha guru, as well, then they can stop doing these things as well. Look at Maharaj always talks about Bill Gates and what's the other guy? I forgot his name. Elon Musk. All of these guys and the atrocities that they are causing now. Even they, if they come and listen to Maharaj, and they will get that shelter, and they too will be able to understand reality distinguished from the illusion, for their own welfare, and they can share that with others as well. So we don't really need to do that. They'll go. Maharaj is always trying to stop drinking coffee. Because that will please the Vaidis. So who's next? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, and it's Freddie's right. Because of how fallen we are, we don't deserve this. It's only because of Guru Maharaj. Confirmed. It's only because of Guru Maharaj that the potency of the Lord has been coming through it for decades now, and we too are receiving that potency of spirit, the Lord Himself, and we've been able to transcend out of all of this material energy, which pulls us down and covers us over, and that's what it does. Tucker is saying, Taka Tattva. So a pure devotee actually means he or she has awakened prema, although may still have the tendency to enjoy sense gratifications that usually is considered impure or sinful in a way. Yes, because now the Lord knows, Lord Caitanya is aware that it's difficult for us, and now it's inside out. We are cleared out from inside out. The more we're cleared out inside, we clear out outside as well. And people are stuck in thinking we need to keep giving these things up in order to be a representative of God. And look at the gurus. They may not eat meat in front of you. They may not do these things. Why am I saying that? I forgot. Let me see. Let's go back to this. Can you see it's getting a bit too overwhelming for me now with all of these questions? But anyway, let's carry on. So I'll read them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So yes, we are receiving the Lord, even though we have impurities, these impurities, because the Lord can see we are listening attentively, regularly to His devotee, the chosen one. We are listening to the chosen one. And those impurities are simultaneously leaving us. Those attachments are leaving us, and we are receiving the Lord. And the more we go through those clearings, those purifications, we receive more of the Lord. And it's that simultaneous process. Not, I'm going to pretend to be pure, and behind closed doors, I'm going to do what I want, and then I'm going to pretend I have the Lord. No, it's simultaneously on show, so you can see it. Our clearings, the Lord actually being revealed here. Our clearings are processes of purifying and receiving the Lord. You can actually see this yourselves, and there's so much proof there that the Lord is residing here in this Sangha. It's just wow. My words don't seem to be enough. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.